A good podcast requires a good beer. So that's why I always go to my go-to, Keystone Light. If I'm going to the store, I don't want to buy a 12-pack. I want to go for a legit 15-pack. When I go to a party, I don't take Rainier. I take Keystone Light. And you know what? It tastes so good, I'm going to have it right now. Cheers, folks. Yeah, there's a burp coming in. It's good.
This week's podcast brought to you by the Beefy Boys, three cool dudes hanging out talking about music, video games, and sports, and anything else that hits our fancy.
Check them out at www.beefyboys.com or on Apple Podcasts and Spotify. Yeah. If you love their logo, you can buy their merch, www.cafepress.com/beefyboysmerch1.
And oh, baby, you know you're going to find us on Facebook, Twitter, and Instagram. Find us on Twitter at Beefy_boys. And you can find us on Instagram at official Beefy Boys, because it is official. Make us blue check marked, keep following us. And you can find us on Facebook at the Beefy Boys. Ladies and gentlemen, it's Beefy.
What up, knuckleheads? Welcome to episode 102 of the Beefy Boys Bud Club. I'm Joe, and I'm joined here with Vito.
What's up?
And Christian.
What up, dude?
Yeah, so Christian is literally picking up shit right now.
Picking up shit.
The joys of having pets, man. The joys of pets. My cat the other day started digging in the litter like it was a toy. And we're like, please don't do that. There was just like a pile of litter on the floor. Oh my God. Oh. She's also started like pulling the food out of her food bowl like it's a toy. I'm like, do I not play with you enough? Are you bored? That's why we got two of you. Oh. We got this new toy. It's It's like a spinning wand under a sheet, basically. It's motorized, and I swear if I don't turn it off, they would starve because they're staring at it for so long. It's great distraction for them. So if we have to do anything that like having kittens underfoot is going to be problematic for, just go turn the toy on. You don't worry about it. Oh, it's perfect. I understand now. I love to compare being a pet owner to being a parent because parents fucking hate it. But I understand parents who just turn the TV on and just use it as a babysitter. Like, I don't want to deal with your kid. Go watch cartoons. It's perfect. Oh, it's perfect. It's perfect. So what have you guys been up to? Vito, you've been playing WoW Classic?
Oh, yeah. I had the, got my Warlock mount, finally. There's a long quest chain that requires a bunch of, like, materials and gold and shit, and going around everywhere. And in the final part, you go into a dungeon with a group, clear through to a certain boss. Get all of your materials together to make a greater summoning circle, summon in a demon, and then you have, like, waves of demons that you have to, like, burn down and survive. Then the boss comes up and you have to fight a boss and a horse and his horse. And then when you kill the horse, you get to talk to its spirit to finish the quest, and you get to summon it.
I see. That's pretty cool. Talk to the horse spirit. Emma must be crazy.
Mm-hmm. It was also our guild first AQ40 yesterday. And we did 5 out of 9 on our without wiping on any of them except for the one we thought we were going to wipe on, and then we still killed it.
Damn.
And we just ended up running out of time. We did one attempt on the Twin Emperors, but we died because we didn't, we did immediately because the other Warlock tank just died immediately.
Christian, if you're there, I have a question for you. This is your trivia question of the week. when Vito talks about wiping in an MMO, what does that mean?
That you wipe somebody out?
No.
No.
That's when your entire team dies.
Oh, team wipe.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. I like to explain
So
because
I
my
was
mom.
technically sort of right.
No, you said if you wipe somebody out, like a sweet headshot from across the map. That's the opposite. It's when your whole team dies. It's not good.
It reminds me of the boss in Final Fantasy. That's the sniper that like literally has a mechanic that is, if you don't turn the right direction or whatever,
Yeah, she'll just
you just
kill
get
you.
sniped a headshot.
I remember that one.
Yeah, I'm all too familiar with team wipes.
I remember. I've been playing Assassin's Creed Valhalla on my sweet new PS5, and
How is it? What do you think of it?
the PS5 or Assassin's Creed?
Both.
Awesome. It's awesome.
Nice.
The
Assassin's
controller
Creed looks really good.
is like the coolest thing ever. The controller is, yeah. It has these. Have you heard about these adaptive triggers? They call them.
I mean, they sound kind of like the modded controllers that people build.
Well, it's so much cooler than that because, like, I don't know how they do it. They have like a programmable motor, so you can change the way the trigger feels depending on the action you're performing, which is like super cool. Like I was playing BugSnax. I beat it in 2 days. It's the best game. It's game of the year. I'll talk about it later. But in that game, it's basically Pokemon Snap. You have to take photos, and like the trigger has like the resistance you would expect from a camera, where like you hold it part of the way down, and then you have to like click it in to actually take the photo. But like there's nothing in there. Like when the controller's off, it's just like a trigger. I have no idea how they're doing it. It's like the coolest thing. It's like the coolest.
That's a pretty
thing.
cool feature, man.
Yeah, I'm really excited to see what they do with it. I mean, Assassin's Creed really isn't doing anything cool with it outside of like the triggers themselves will vibrate if you're like shooting. No, actually, when I shot like what are they called? Like an arbalest, like a giant crossbow. I forget what they call them. A ballista, I guess. It really did feel like I was pulling a really hard trigger. Oh man,
that's pretty cool.
So cool. Yeah.
I like that feature.
Yeah.
But yeah, I haven't gone next gen yet. Probably will in like about a month.
Yeah.
How'd you get your PS5?
I bought it on Thursday on launch day. They released some stock. If anyone's still looking for a PS5, here's what you do. You follow Wario64 on Twitter. He knows everything. I swear he must be a robot because like he knew up to the second when these things went live. You follow him on Twitter and you turn notifications on so you can immediately see all his tweets no matter what you're doing. Now, you go to every...
I had to turn his notifications off after you got your PS5.
I did.
I was like, what the fuck is this?
He tweets a lot. Yeah. Oh, yeah. I guess because I don't... I couldn't remember my personal... Yeah, because I couldn't remember my personal Twitter password, so I was just on the Beefy Boys account. Well, now you got to see all the great game deals, man. Oh, too funny. Yeah, I've been meaning to do that. Anyway, you turn those notifications on, then you log into every retailer website, and you just wait. And you just wait. Now, I got one via PlayStation Direct. I suggest them. The only thing to worry about for them is there's a queue. Like they only let a certain number of people into their store. So you're going to have to get there early and continue shopping, just like clicking around forever so they don't kick you for being idle. All right? Like we were just watching Schitt's Creek and I was just clicking between disc version, digital version, disc version, digital version. But they're the best choice if you can get through because it's the Sony store itself. They force you to sign into the PlayStation Network, first of all, and they limit you to one purchase per address. So you can't. It's way harder to scalp from them. Yeah.
Yeah, one purchase per household is that's pretty crazy.
Well,
Like,
because people are buying them by like the dozens, and they're reselling for like 2 to 3 times
yeah,
retail.
more
You know?
expensive.
No, I almost got one of the fucking like $800 GameStop bundles, which
Oh yeah,
and they're not even a good deal, because you're like somehow it's like
fuck yeah.
$60 more than it would be if you bought all those things piecemeal. Like, this is just like blatantly evil capitalism.
Yeah, fuck GameStop.
I started looking on eBay, but like all the auctions were going for like $900 to $1,000. I'm like, it's not worth that. I guess I'll just wait. But then I was able to get the digital one, the one without the disk drive, just easy peasy. Easy peasy. The UI is so cool, man. Oh my god, it's so cool, and it's whisper quiet. That's the best part. Like, you can't even tell if it's on. It's so quiet. So
Yeah,
quiet.
but didn't the PS4 start like that?
Yeah, it did. So you're telling me to call you back in a year and see if it's still whisper quiet? Oh.
Yeah,
My
I think
PS4 is so quiet.
that's always been one of my favorite things about the Xbox is that it's like quiet always. But I don't know about the new one. Haven't gotten it yet, so
They also
can't
have
speak
this.
on that behalf.
Just to gush about the UI for a second, they have this new feature. If you like push the home button or whatever while a game is open, it opens this quick menu of these little cards that like somehow it knows like exactly what quests or missions you're on, your progress through them, like 20% complete or whatever. And for some games, it gives you an estimated time remaining. Like, this mission's going to take you another 2 hours to finish. Like, how do you know that? And if you click into those cards, this is an optional feature that I only saw turned on for BugSnax. But the developer can add tips. So, like, if you get stuck, you could just look at this card. It'll like give you a hint with a walkthrough video. I'm like, this is like the coolest thing. As a gamer who's constantly on like Game Facts or just Googling like how to find this collectible, I think this is the best idea ever. Yeah. So the only games I've played so far, I beat BugSnax, which was super fun, and Assassin's Creed Valhalla I played like all day yesterday.
Nice.
It's pretty cool, man. Being a Viking is pretty cool. Pretty cool.
It looks like a really fun game.
You can like raid monasteries. It's just like a raid button, and yeah, it's pretty awesome. There's a lot of conveniently placed. I mean, they're not quite red exploding barrels. They're red exploding oil jugs, but you shoot one with an arrow and it blows up for whatever reason. And like apparently all the buildings at this monastery are just full of like something that explodes, because if they light on fire, they all blow up. Which, all right, but it's pretty sweet. Yeah. I can't wait to get back to it. I can't stop thinking about it. I carried my PS5 controller out here, and my wife made fun of me. She's like, "Why are you carrying that?" I'm like, "Because
Because you want to hold on
it's
to
my
it.
baby." Yeah. Oh man. I've also been playing BugSnax. We gotta talk about BugSnax. Do either of you know anything about BugSnax besides what I told you?
No.
Nope.
Well, it's the coolest game ever. Well, that's an exaggeration. So, it's free if you have a PS5 till January. So, you can check it out if you know anyone who has one. Or listeners, if you did get a PS5 like me, just check it out. The basic concept here is it's basically Pokemon Snap, except all the animals are like bugs crossed with snacks. So like the first thing you catch is a little strawberry with googly eyes that crawls around. And then there's like a sandwich centipede, you know. Meanwhile, you're doing quests for all the townsfolk, and when you feed them BugSnax, they turn into that. So I turned one of the, like, I mean, they look like Sesame Street monsters. They don't look like people, but I turned one of the female ones into basically a giant pickle. So she had pickle hands and pickle feet and pickle body. And the other, I turned the, like, gay workout bro into a cake, you know?
Pickle Rick.
Yeah, pretty much. That was my inspiration. But at the same time, it's like this game has real, like, the story has real emotional weight. Like, there's a character who clearly suffers from anxiety and depression, and they handle it really well. And, you know, there's like the gay workout dude and the neurotic inventor who have been in love their whole life, but they were both too scared to admit it. Like, it's really, it had a surprising amount of emotional weight, considering it's a game about collecting, like a flying buffalo locust is a flaming buffalo wing that dives bomb anything that you put ranch dressing on, you know? Oh.
This game sounds crazy. It sounds all over the place.
It's fun. Yeah. I mean, I beat it in 8 hours. You know, it's hard to describe, but if you look up a video, also the theme song is bumping. It's BugSnax by Caro Caro Bonito. Look it up. It's the hot jam of the summer. When it played at the closing credits, I was so happy. I was so happy. I've been buying like all the accessories too. I got the sweet headset. I finally have a wireless headset for my PS5. And it's a 3D audio headset, which is like pretty fucking cool.
Did it come with your PS5 or no?
No, it was $100. It was connection.
That's not bad.
No. The 3D audio effect is pretty slick, but the one issue I have with the fancy 3D audio, do you know about 3D audio? Or surround sound headphones?
3D audio.
Basically,
I feel like headphones are already surround sound.
Well, not like this, though. Like, it's got speakers at 5 different heights in your ear. So not only does it sound like things are not just to your left and right, but it legit sounds like someone's behind you, which is impressive because I'm wearing headphones. But it also like sounds like they're above you or below you. It's like super cool. But the only issue I have is like I don't like putting both headphones on when I'm gaming because I like to be able to talk to my wife. So I usually just output in mono when I'm gaming, you know, because I'm not like a big audio nerd. Oh. No, but this headset is like super cool. There's like a slider, or there's like a volume toggle where you can change the mix, as in how much do I want to hear the game versus how much do I want to hear team chat, you know? You can adjust that mix right on your headset, which is pretty cool. Amongst other stuff. And it's just a wireless headset, which is nice.
Yeah, wireless headset. That's gotta be nice.
Yeah, because I used to just plug them into my controller, which is kind of a pain in the ass if you have to go to the bathroom. It's like, I don't have anywhere to put this contraption, you know? Now I can just go. Yeah. Yeah. All right. I mean, I could talk about it forever. Oh, one other thing I do want to point out is it's fucking enormous. It's like I put it where my PS4 was, and it's a good like 8 to 10 inches bigger than it, just taller. So, yeah.
Jesus.
Yeah, it's a monster.
The new consoles are definitely just turning into
PCs.
Ready to use computers. Yeah. And I'm okay with that. I don't need anything fancy. If it fucking plays Call of Duty or plays any of the other RPGs I play, then
Did you get the new one? Or are you waiting till you get a new console?
No, I'm waiting until I get next gen console. I was gonna buy the new one, but I just don't want to rush it. I don't have to rush it. I think only like two of my friends have it, so it's like I don't want to make the switch. My brother doesn't have it yet, which I'm gonna get it for him for Christmas.
There you
So I
go.
don't want to. Yeah, I'll probably just wait. Oh God, I gotta stretch. Oh.
How do you get? Do you have a big family? Or I guess not. You really have one brother, huh?
Yeah, we've got a big family.
Yeah.
One brother, but
Here's a piece of advice. I stole this from Ara's family, but my family has started to do it. When you have a family of adults, it becomes a little absurd for everyone to buy everyone gifts since we're all adults. So do a Secret Santa in your family.
yeah, we've been switching to Secret Santa.
Yeah. It's simpler.
Yeah.
Although I have
White elephant.
two pieces of advice. What? No, what? A white elephant is not a replacement for Secret Santa. All right.
I think a white elephant is better than Secret Santa.
No way. That's just laziness. That's what my sister said. I disagree. The Secret Santa in a close knit familial unit is supposed to get rid of the need for me to have to stress out about, like, all right, now I have to think up a great gift idea for my fucking brother's girlfriend or something, or for like my sister-in-law. Now you have one person. You just have to think up the gift for that one person, right? It's also more economical. White elephant is like, that's something you do at like a office Christmas party for people you don't know, because you can just buy something you want and just take it.
Yeah.
Yeah, but the white elephants in like in a close, like tight knit family grouping could be a lot of fun because you get a lot of cool shit that you normally wouldn't kind of ask for Christmas. So you get something that you either really need, like I mean, people put like air fryers in there and shit. If somebody had a fucking air fryer and a white elephant, I am
I guess I've
amped.
never.
And then especially with us, we do like the big thing with us is, I mean, most of my family's like, alcoholics, so we have a lot of like cool drinking stuff, like cool
Yeah.
drinking, like I don't really know what to call it, like equipment or well, yeah, like different alcohol things. Like last year, somebody got a Moscow Mule kit, and it was like 2 cups, and then like whatever it was like a 6-pack of ginger beer, and then a bottle of vodka, and two of the cups. So it's like things like that is like what makes our white elephants fun, and then you
The
get
other-
like the fun gifts like
Well, yeah, just
cool
the tiny
cutting boards
gifts. I
and
got you.
Yeah.
I mean, I've never done a white elephant because typically we put like a $20 limit on our $50. I haven't done one with like someone dropping fucking air fryers in there. But the other problem with the
Hey,
white
man,
elephant.
air fryers are like $50 now.
What, really?
They're only
Damn.
like $50. Yeah.
We have a combo. It's a microwave convection oven air fryer. It was $500, but it's the coolest thing ever.
Ooh.
It's the coolest thing ever. The coolest feature, which I didn't even realize, it has a self-closing door. Like if you leave the door open, it just closes itself. I'm like, what? Okay. Anyway. The other issue with the white elephant is you can't tailor your gift, And like just look at my family, all right? What am I into? Well, I'm into electronics and board games. But what is my mom into? Like trinkets and, that's insulting to my mom. But like beauty products and, like, so that doesn't work. Like if somebody, like, I'm sure your mom doesn't want like Seahawks, whatever, field level tickets, but she would love like a lifetime supply of Truly. Is it Truly that she drinks, right? Like,
Well, it is truly that she drinks.
Yeah. That's why the Secret Santa is better. Now, I'm not saying that the white elephant is bad. The white elephant has its place. It's just not the same.
I think I see your point.
Although
definitely see your
while I'm on this tear, because this is actually a debate we're having internally with the fam, I also think setting any sort of price expectation, even just a price minimum, is really destructive to the Secret Santa because you very much limit the price range, you know? Like, say you say there's, even if you just like, oh, okay, $100 minimum, that means if you want to buy something that costs $300, you look like an asshole, you know? Like, we're all fucking adults. I say just spend what you can afford. And sometimes you're going to get something lame, and sometimes you're going to get something fantastic. All right?
Yeah. Very true.
I guess I can say this because there's no way she'll listen. But, like, so in Ara's family, we do a Secret Santa. And 2 years ago, Ara's aunt got her. And Ara's aunt has, like, a pottery studio in her house. So we got this homemade set of ceramic ware, like a whole bunch of plates and bowls and stuff that she made herself. Oh my God. This is very expensive. If you sold these in like some sort of bespoke store, this is probably like $1,000 worth of ceramic ware right here. The next year, her cousin got her, and her cousin, it's clear, went to Walgreens like 10 minutes before.
Oh.
Because she got like a succulent in a cup that looked like a Christmas mousse. She's like, why would I want this?
Like one of those dollar store coffee cups.
Yeah, but with a plant in it. Yeah.
Here's a new coffee mug that's gonna fucking leak coffee on you every time you try to drink from it.
Right? Or it's just like completely unwieldy to drink from.
Oh man, Huskies played last night. What an emotional sight! It's fun watching them take the field again. But we'll see if the season doesn't get canceled.
I mean,
I think it will.
Cases are fucking spiking, man. I'm surprised the NFL hasn't had to cancel any more games. But like I said, they don't give a shit.
Well, the NFL's they've had their system down since the beginning.
Yeah, I know, but
they've been able to.
We're the worst. The pandemic's the worst it's ever been right now. You know, it's blowing up everywhere, and they're saying like it's not even mass gatherings that are the problem because most people are doing a good job about that. It's like it's the small ones. It's dinner parties and game nights that are spreading so much these days. You know. That's why,
yeah, for sure. It's and I think these NFL players have reached the point where they have secluded themselves to their bubble. I think in the beginning of the season it was a little bit harder to contain some of those younger guys, but now I think at this point of the season when it's really coming down to the final stretch, I mean if you're out of the game for 10 days because you went out and fucking partied when you shouldn't have, you're costing your team. You're costing your team a player, and it's just not. You're going to lose your playoff chances just because you fucked around and were a schmuckhead.
Well, I didn't realize till recently that you get put in the COVID protocol if just like your wife has COVID or something, or just someone close to you.
And they'll keep you on it for 10 days out of the organization until you test negative twice. But I was out of work all week. Because on Monday, somebody came in and sat at my desk for like 20 minutes, was like hacking up a storm and was pretty much like taking his mask on and off. And then when I opened the door for him to let him out, he was like, man, I hope they come out with a vaccine because I've got this COVID shit and it's not easy, man. I'm like, what? God fucking damn it. I'm like, are you fucking kidding me? So I told my boss and I got fucking sent home. And I had to get tested. And I got tested.
People are so what part of quarantine do you not understand, man? Like, you can't leave the house, period. You definitely don't need to go talk to a bank person. What the hell could you possibly need to do that couldn't wait 2 weeks or be done over the phone? Get out of here.
It could have been done over the phone, yeah.
Oh, it was, God.
But...
That's
You know,
scary. Did you get tested? Get that fucking swab down your or all the way up your nose or whatever?
I actually had to do the test myself.
Oh, you
I
had
was
to
in,
stick the swab all the way up your
I was in
nose.
the I went to the drive-through testing in Snohomish County, and
Oh
they
wow.
were like, "Oh, I was like, oh yeah, they're probably gonna have a fucking medical professional do this," and it was a fucking soccer mom in jeans and an apron that gave me a Q-tip and was like, "Put this in your nose and like turn it around and spin it for like 15 seconds." I'm
Yeah.
like, am I supposed to do this, or is a fucking doctor supposed to do this?
How,
I don't know how far back I'm supposed to go.
how was the
But
testing? How long was the line and stuff?
it took me. I had an appointment, so it took me like 10 minutes.
Oh, an
But
appointment
most
at the
places,
drive-through.
most people won't take you unless you have an appointment.
Oh, that's crazy.
On Monday. I went to 3 different places to get tested, like right after the situation that happened, and we don't test because of contact. They're like, we test if you're having symptoms. I'm like, well, shouldn't we just test regardless if people need to get
There's
tested?
not enough tests, man. There still aren't enough tests. They can't make them fast enough.
Yeah, but I went to my fucking like primary physician, and they were like, oh well, we can't test you because you haven't been here since 2012. I'm like, that's fucking bullshit. I'm like, this is like where I come to do my this is where I come to do my doctoring, I'm like, help me out here a little bit. Throw me a bone let me get tested so I can go back to work.
You've had the same primary care physician that you haven't visited in 10 years? That's impressive.
Yeah, it's pretty impressive.
I just get a new doctor every time. I don't even remember the last doctor I went to. My insurance has changed so many times.
Well, the thing is I mean, the times that I had to go to the doctor was when I had to get fucking stitches for cutting my fucking hand open at that market. So it's like, UW medicine was technically my primary, but
I was in the Sandpoint Mart yesterday. I shop there now. I'm one of those people. Do you know what will... this is so embarrassing, but we're thinking about getting a holiday meal from them.
I mean, hey man, it can't be that bad as long as you don't get the Jenny O.
We usually
Jenny O.
Oh, they changed it. Oh no, I don't know if you're familiar, but they updated it. There used to be 2 options. There's about 200 now. I literally counted. There were 7 different ham dinners. I'm like, what the fuck? The traditional Thanksgiving ham. Oh my god.
See, they're just killing their employees with that bullshit.
Yeah. So like I went on the website and all that. And yeah.
They come in pre-made now. So all you have to do is the buns and the
Yeah, I
bun.
figured they'd have to have some sort of centralized kitchen because like there's an insane number. Like they don't have enough room in that mid-market kitchen to store all that stuff. But I realized their menu is very similar to Whole Foods, but Whole Foods is $10 cheaper on every entry. Oh my god! So you literally just copied the Whole Food menu and jacked up the prices.
Sounds about right.
I don't think we're gonna do it because Ara is so opposed. But it was Ara's mom's idea, honestly. Well, she lives like across the street, and she's like, we usually have a potluck, but obviously we're not gonna gather. So she's like, maybe I'll just get the meal, but it's gonna be too much food for me. You want to split it? And I was like, I don't think we need to split it. I'm like, babe, but I like trashy Thanksgiving food,
Yeah.
Mashed potatoes and gravy, for life.
Yeah. Thanksgiving is a fun one.
Yeah. Yeah. But alas. I bought a new washer dryer yesterday. I finally got so fucking annoyed at my dryer. And they're supposed to come install it next Saturday, but there's this big disclaimer that subject to change because of COVID restrictions. And I'm terrified that Inslee's going to announce some more restrictions this week. I'm like, can we just wait till I get my new washer dryer, please?
Do you have like a gas dryer? Is that why you need somebody to come in?
Well, I want the haul away more than anything else.
Oh,
because no, I have an electric dryer, and I'm pretty sure I can figure out how to unscrew a fucking water hose for the washer. But
dude, just put that shit up on Facebook Marketplace.
it's broken. The agitator is snapped off the washing machine, and the dryer, you have to monitor it because it doesn't run for more than 90 seconds without turning off.
Never mind.
I'm getting rid of it.
Yeah, never mind.
I got a pretty nice set. I
mean, our dryer stopped producing heat, so we bought a new one.
Yeah.
And we put ours up for free on Marketplace, and we did put the disclaimer of, hey, the heat doesn't work, but it still tumbles.
Work.
And somebody fucking showed up and hauled it off.
Well, you never underestimate the landlords who are basically slumlords around here who will do whatever they can to save a buck. The number of apartments, especially in my neighborhood, that just had like...
Also the fact...
Oh, go ahead.
Oh, sorry, go ahead.
I'm just saying the number of apartments I've been to or visited that just have like busted appliances or like...
Yeah.
You know, stuff like
Most
that.
of it's like... A lot of it can be used for show. Like if you're...
that's true.
If you're like a house flipper and you need to show the house...
Yeah.
Then you get a fucking broken dryer, and then when somebody goes to buy the house, you just haul all that garbage out, and you just haul the dryer too. Because most of those contractors have big enough trailers to put a dryer in there and haul it off. So a lot of it could be for show. I mean, you don't want to show a house
that. Yeah, you're right.
Doesn't have a washer dryer. So I think people would take a washer and a dryer even if it's broken, just to stage a house with it, because it's, free. Fuck it, yeah, if it's free and we can haul it off in the trailer after we show the house, and fuck yeah, let's do it.
I didn't think about that.
I think that's what happened with ours, is somebody came by and picked it up, and I mean either or, you could put a new heater core or heater coil, whatever the fuck it is in there that's broken, and sell it for $50.
Yeah.
And you never know with people.
Do people still replace appliances? I feel like in the modern age, so many of these things are like use custom machine parts and are so bespoke that it's just not worth it. Like,
yeah, I'm the person that says we're getting something new if something breaks. There's no repairing it. Like if the fridge breaks, we're not going to repair it. We're just going to fucking put it on Marketplace for free and get a new one.
Look, these things are built to last however long the built-in warranty is plus 1 year. So, like the agitator snapped off in the washing machine and the dryer started flaring up like within 3 months of each other. I'm like, this is ridiculous, and they got them at the same time. Oh, and the washing machine too, or the dishwasher, and that's because Ara replaced all those things when she moved in, which was about 15 years ago. So that's just how it goes. You got to buy new appliances every so often. I have a question, actually, Christian. Your mom recently moved. Did she take her washer and dryer? I guess, or did she leave it behind?
She kept it at the house.
Okay, interesting.
Yeah,
I moved a lot when I was a kid, but I can never remember.
Our neighbor was the landlord.
That's true.
So it's his washer dryer.
Oh yeah, he didn't own that place. Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But
is it normal to take? I've always been told that you leave the fridge, but is it normal to take washer and dryer when you move out?
I don't think so, to be honest.
Yeah. I mean, I'm definitely leaving the dishwasher.
I think it's more of like, yeah, you keep it, you leave it at the house. I think you leave the fridge. I think you leave the dishwasher. You leave the the washer dryer, because usually when you move into a place, you get a fridge and a dishwasher, and you either have to buy a new washer dryer or there's one that comes with the house.
Yeah.
I just don't think people take that shit.
It's a pain to break it down, ship it, set it.
Yeah, especially if it's gas too. If you have like a gas dryer, then it's 100% staying, because people aren't going to fuck with their gas line without getting a professional. I would hope not.
No, like the stove. We have a fancy Viking range, but that's gonna stay. The dishwasher, not that we're moving anytime soon, but the new water heater I bought, we're not taking that with us.
Yeah, we wanted to put a tankless water heater in the house, but it didn't work out here.
It was gonna be too expensive to drain it. That was our problem because we looked into it.
It was going to be too big of a pain in the ass and too expensive.
Yeah, just because of the set. I forget what he said, but it was something like it needs either like a steam vent or a drain, and the way it was positioned was not going to be possible. Well, that's too bad, because they are pretty cool. Way better for the environment.
Yes.
Way better. Oh, burp.
I swear to fucking God, if Tom Brady has a big game today, I'm going to fucking puke. I have had him in my starting lineup all season, and he hasn't got me over 10 points all but one time on the season. And I released him. I flat out cut him from my team. And I put in Tannehill, who's been having nothing but like 20 plus point games. Put him in, has 11 points. I'm like, God fucking damn it. I'm like, I'm 2-7. I'm gonna be 2-8 after today, and I'm going on a fucking date with an inflatable sex doll when the lockdown's over for punishment. If I'm the worst team in the league, which right now I'm second to worst.
Not even one of those Not even one of those like fancy real dolls, like a legit inflatable sex doll.
It's just gonna be a blow up doll dressed in clothes. Be dressed up nice, and we go to a dive bar for dinner.
Oh my God!
So like dress up in a suit and go to a dive bar.
Your brother filming it behind you.
Oh yeah, with all the guys in there. So we have to wait until after fucking lockdown and COVID, and when the world gets back.
My wife is convinced the world's never going to go back to normal.
Probably not.
This is the apocalypse. It's a very boring apocalypse.
Might as well just fucking end. But yeah, Seahawks got their salads tossed against Buffalo last week.
They did.
I'm expecting them to get their salads tossed against LA today. It's just it's going to be a rough one, but the Huskies won, so I'm happy about that. I'm predicting Russell Wilson to take about 6 sacks minimum today.
How many picks is he going to throw?
And I think the thing about Russell Wilson, unfortunately, is he's got a great O-line. They're actually a really good O-line. The biggest problem with Russell Wilson in taking sacks is himself. He is so bad at getting the ball out. He's terrible at throwing the ball away, and he's terrible at fast release. So when he fast releases it, he throws an interception. When he tries to throw the ball away, he throws it like an inch, like right by the out of bounds, so somebody can pick it off and get 2 feet in. So no matter what, if he throws the ball away, he's getting intercepted. Or he'll just get strip sacked 2 times like he did last week. What a fucking
so like
shit
Daniel Jones. He's basically doing his Daniel Jones impression.
Russell Wilson was fucking Daniel Jones last weekend.
Do you know if the Giants beat the Eagles today, they'll be in first place?
Yeah, dude, Daniel Jones leading them to the playoffs.
Oh my God, the NFC East is so bad.
Yeah, they're pretty fucking terrible. But I think if the Seahawks win today, then I think they win out the rest of the season. But today is the biggest challenge. playing in LA after getting your asses kicked on the road by Buffalo, just to go play an even stronger defensive line, it's just going to be ugly. But Seahawks defense is historically bad, but their D-line held Buffalo to 50 rushing yards and sacked Josh Allen 7 times and still gave up 48 points. It was fucking disgusting. The defensive backs for the Seahawks are the most embarrassing thing ever. And I people love homers. I'll say that. I'll call them homers. Homers get mad at me when I say that Shaq Griffin sucks. Shaq Griffin is statistically the second worst cornerback in the league, right behind Trey Flowers, who is the first worst cornerback in the league.
Damn.
And those are our two first string corners. And we have to rely on that shit every week. And they give up 500 plus yards every game.
The other problem is you can't generate a pass rush. So you could have the best corner ever, but
better at the pass rush.
Nobody
There's no doubt about that.
It's still you got to watch that too. That's usually what leads to 10,000 passing yards, man.
The last time where they really needed to address the pass rush was against the Cardinals, when they had 0 QB hit, 0 sacks, and they addressed it. They bring in some new guys, they bring in fresh legs, and they start generating sacks and start generating some pressure. And, you start blitzing Bobby Wagner, and he gets to the quarterback. You blitz, they blitzed Jamal Adams last week. He got a sack. Quinton Dunbar, not Quinton Dunbar, he sucks. Fucking, what's his face? Carlos Dunlap comes in, his first game with the Seahawks, generates a big tackle for loss and gets a huge sack on Josh Allen, just for the defensive backs to give up a 3rd and 27. But it's one of those things where the pass rush is starting to be a factor for that defense. Mm-hmm. But if the quarterback has 2 seconds to throw the ball, it's a 50-yard completion.
Yeah.
Because they're playing 12 yards away from the receiver every time.
Wow.
You guys, Stephon Diggs, one of the better wide receivers in the league right now. I think he's actually the leading wide receiver in the league in terms of yards. Quinton Dunbar didn't have a snap where he was less than 12 yards away from Stephon Diggs.
That's funny.
Think about that. And
funny.
people are blaming Jamal Adams for being overhyped. Like, are you fucking retarded? He's not the cornerback. It's not his fucking fault. He's blitzing the quarterback and actually gets a sack. He's stopping the run. He's out there, in the backfield trying to make plays. But yeah, I just think the talent for the Seahawks defense is 100% there. But Ken Norton is so incompetent in having a good defense. And the biggest issue I have with the Seahawks is they never address staff that doesn't know how to coach. And we had to put up with Tom Cable for fucking years. We had to put up with Darrell Bevel. We had to put up with, fucking Chris Richard, for fuck's sake. And it's just like, guys, if your defense is historically bad, fire your coordinator and do something about it. Bring in somebody new. I'm sorry, but Ken Norton is fucking terrible. He's useless. He's horrible. It makes Seahawks unenjoyable to watch. He makes me want to fucking puke.
Damn.
And, I'm just thinking about it. It's like the Seahawks would be undefeated right now if their defense wasn't historically terrible. Give the Seahawks like a top 15 defense, and, it doesn't even have to be top 15. Fuck it. Give them number 20 defense, and they're undefeated.
What? They played like shit last game, man.
Yeah, but the offense still put up fucking 5 touchdowns.
Well, at the end when they were down big, I mean.
Dude, it was a 1-score game with 15 minutes left in the fourth. And the defense and Russell Wilson fucked it up. It was terrible. Bad game all around. But now we get to watch Aaron Donald completely obliterate our O-line and put Russell in the dirt. It's going to be a fucking great afternoon.
When's that game on?
125 or 105 or something.
Is that this week? I don't know. There it is, 125. Oh, the Giants are winning already. Oh.
We're watching Carolina beat Tampa Bay.
Carolina is up on Tampa Bay because Tampa Bay is no good anymore.
Tampa Bay is so fucking overrated. They're literally the new Browns.
The Browns are okay.
Stacked on paper, can't fucking do shit.
The Browns are okay.
Remember when they said Tampa Bay was going to be undefeated? And they can't even win this against the Saints. They get fucking obliterated. I think they won week 1 against the Saints, didn't they?
Yeah.
And they thought they were like, oh my God, this Tampa Bay team is the best team to fucking ever walk on a football field. And then they get their fucking salads tossed by like New York. The Giants had them beat if the refs didn't feel like giving it to Tampa Bay. But the Giants straight up had them beat. But I think it's time for me to put on some Red Zone and take another shit and watch some football. Are you guys still there?
I'm here. I'm here.
The thing that got me so fired up. I gotta fucking take a nap. I'd love to talk about boxing, but boxing is a fucking dead sport. So I guess we'll wait for the next. Good UFC fight to talk about combat sports. But yeah, I'm trying to think about something else that came up, but I think that's it. Oh, Snacks Harris is having his Seahawks debut today.
Of the practice squad.
He was on the practice squad for the last, I think, like 4 or 5 weeks because he hadn't played football in a year. So they were like, well, let's not rush you back in so you get injured, or, let's not rush you into the game because you're out of shape. So he lost about 15 pounds, started working his ass off, got ready with the defense, practice. He got familiar with the defense, and then today he's making his debut. So should be fun. Carlos Dunlap, Snacks. Should be cool.
Snacks.
I think
Harrison.
It should be fun.
He was good when he was on the Giants.
Yeah, he's fucking good, man. First team All-Pro, Pro Bowler. He's awesome, and he's huge. He looks like a fucking fire truck.
Yeah, he's a big. That's why they call him Snacks, because he loves snacks.
Yeah, big fucker. But, well, fellas, I think I'm gonna watch.
Hold on,
some football.
before you run off, I have a trivia question for you, Christian.
Let's do it.
Oh yeah.
What's the worst possible record an NFL playoff team could have?
Oh man, I think the Seahawks actually had it when they were.
Well, no. I'm not saying what's what's hypothetically the worst possible record, assuming a 16-game season.
7-9. I think 7-9 would be the worst.
I think that's the worst that's ever happened. But a team could potentially
Seahawks,
go 3-13 and still make the playoffs.
Oh my God! Could you fucking imagine?
A team could actually go.
I think they would need to make a serious decision of eliminating that team from the playoffs.
A team could actually go 0-10-6 with 6 divisional ties and make the playoffs with 0 wins, which would be hilarious, but pretty much impossible because every team in the division would have to tie every game. Anyways, I thought you would like that.
I think if the NFC East has a team that's leading their division at 3-13, they need to be eliminated from the playoffs. And I think that would happen. I honestly think that would happen.
But they expanded the playoff field, Christian. There's more playoff teams now.
I know. I think that's so fucking dumb. I think they need to. Oh, look at that! Antonio Brown ran the wrong route. Well, what a fucking shock! Is anybody surprised that the guy who hasn't played football in fucking 2 years can't run a route?
The Tampa Bay Buccaneers are looks like somebody built their roster from. Who did I have on my fantasy team in 2013?
It's literally a fucking ultimate team.
Yeah.
But they suck.
Except an ultimate team from 7 years ago.
Yes. Thank you.
Gronkowski also hadn't played football in over a year. I mean.
Yeah, but the good thing about him is he's primarily a blocker. And he said that at the beginning of the season that he was going to be primarily a blocker.
Yeah.
But.
Yeah.
Well, fellas, here's to the Seahawks. Hopefully getting a fucking win in LA. We'll see what happens.
Oh yeah, something I didn't mention on air yet. For any WoW nerds out there, my guild just got our guild first Thunder Fury Blessed Blade of the Windseeker. Fuck yeah!
Shout out to Tim Mahoney if you're still here. You'll probably know what that means.
Yeah.
Oh my god.
Legendary item and how long has Classic been out?
Since July, I want to say.
So what?
5 months?
5 months?
It's mid.
Yeah, so
it
took the guild
November,
basically. Yeah. I'm gonna assume it took at least
Benji just had his Crown Royal water break.
Yeah, it took 4 or 5 months or whatever to get that to drop and everything.
Babe, should we put on Red Zone? This game sucks.
Wow,
I can't watch. I can't watch one NFL game anymore because of Red Zone. Red Zone ruined it for me. But if it's the Seahawks, yeah, I'm watching it. But Tampa Bay versus the fucking Carolina Panthers, I'm not gonna sit here and watch 4 hours of this bullshit. All right. Guys,
the last place team in every NFC division would be in first place or half a game out of first place in the NFC East. It's impressive. All right, let's wrap this up.
It's been fun, fellas.
This has been episode 102 of the Beefy Boys Bud Club, and we'll see you knuckleheads next week.
See you.